Let's take a quick look at gradients and particles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by adding a particle emitter right here under the Items, Dynamic Objects drop-down. And we have our particle emitter, and what I usually like to do, because instead of keying in numbers and then testing, I usually like to push play. I can see the particles being emitted, and then I just start changing my settings and I can see them happen real time. So I'm going to go over to Motion, and I'm going to go ahead and have the particles kind of flying up at 5 meters, and then I don't want them all going in a this straight path. So I'm going to use the explosion setting. Let's try 4. There we go. And now they're fanning out. So we get a little bit of particle action there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the volumetrics window and go to hypervoxel. So let me load that up. Just kick it off to the side here. And I'm going to take this emitter and I'm going to turn hypervoxels on for it. And I'm going to change the object type to sprite and show particles. And now we can see the particles are kind of smoky there. And let's go to the shading tab and let's add a gradient to it. So for the layer type, I'm going to use gradient. I'm going to move this off to the side so we can see what's happening here. And I'm going to just add a few colors to my gradient. Let's do a yellow color there. Okay, so now that I have my gradient, we don't really see anything happening because the input parameter is previous layer. But if we go and change this to particle age, what we see is as the particles are born, they're right here on the gradient, they're white, and as they die out, they carry through this gradient and become blue. So this is just a quick example of using gradients on hypervoxel particles using the particle age setting. There's a lot of uses for it, and I'm sure that you'll put them all to good use.